Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I am your host, Derek Schomer. This is a Monday afternoon. Just taped 3 episodes for the week. We're going to do some other reviews and stuff during the week. But what I wanted to do ahead of that was cover this one because this is going to be a subsequent part of a review due to its nature. This is Voli Lyte Vodka. This is a small sample. It's a French wheat distilled vodka. It's light, meaning light on calories. So they sent this to me to review, and of course what most companies do is they send you review pamphlets of all the things about their product, and this is unwieldy. Like the sheer paperwork here is daunting, but most of it's just sales slicks that talk about everybody who likes their vodka and pictures of who they are and quotes from different magazine companies, and people have done reviews. But at the end of the day, all this is trash to me because I only really trust my own palate. I don't really care about how many other people have talked about it or had it in their hand during a photo shoot or anything like that, stars and stuff like that. Celebrity buzz doesn't impress me. What impresses me is the flavors. There's some crazy birds out here. Some flavors, price, and what I think everybody else is going to think of it. Really, guys? Really? I'm guessing there's a loud pitch bird noise, which wasn't there when I started. So, Voli Vodka. It's about $19.99. When I did some price checks on it, they claim to be 25 to 40% lower in calories. I did the math, and it works out to be about that. It's correct. And that could be really the difference of if you had 5 different cocktails with vodka in them, you can have a 6th. You know, it's or maybe 2 extra. I don't think that's really the goal, though. The goal isn't to be able to drink more without sustaining additional calorie intake, because vodka does have a good amount of calories in it. I think the problem they're trying to solve is drinking the same amount but getting less calorie intake. And so what I have are a bunch of flavors, and I have their regular brand. The big key difference I found between this and, say, another French vodka you may have heard of called Grey Goose, and I use Grey Goose as a comparative because at the store I could buy this and this for the same price. Of course, this is in a bigger glass. So, same price for less calories. What does it mean to you? This is 30% alcohol by volume. This is 40. See, if you do the math, the way you can reduce calories in a spirit, apparently, is to water it down. And that makes sense because it's a distilled product. Vodka itself, to get the 40 proof, you cut it with water. That's it. So the only way to reduce the calories is reduce the amount of alcohol. So my test here isn't to go which one's better, because I think clearly which one's going to be better is probably going to be Grey Goose, because it only makes sense. It's got more of its original vodka flavor. Doesn't necessarily mean it's better for you, either health-wise specifically. I'm not really focusing too much on the health concerns as much as calories. Additional calories aren't always that great. But when you bring down the water, you also are going to bring down some of the alcohol and some of the things you may not like in a vodka. So there's some added benefit. I've added a little water to this, and this is my control group. This is Grey Goose. I put it in my Buffalo Trace glass so I can tell the difference. So you're going to get some of that nice dark brown sweet wheat flavor. Not necessarily as sweet as a grape like a Ciroc, but definitely has a little bit more. It does have some little nice alcohol flavor, but it's got character to it. So let's taste that anyway. Nice body, very clean, super nice, clear, crisp finish. Very little alcohol attack. This one is the Voli Lyte. This has a little extra sweetness to it, actually, oddly. Almost a lime citrus component. Very similar in flavor, but definitely a little looser. Like, it doesn't have the viscous, thick body to it. And I guess that makes sense because you're really drinking 30% instead of the 40. You're going to get less. But with that, you also get less burn. You're not drinking water. I don't think that. But definitely less. So you've got that going for you. And I think that brings a little bit of neat flavor. Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. I couldn't see if it was recording, so I didn't want to waste my time here. The differences are definitely tasted side by side. There is less something, and the viscosity is a little less. If you're a cocktail mixer and you're mixing cocktails a lot more than you're drinking straight, you're probably not going to notice the viscosity. I do like that sweet lime component, though. That's kind of entertaining. So, from the standpoint of 30 to 40%, you could tell in the body, and you could tell a little bit in the finish. You're not getting as much explosion of vodka, good and bad, depending on who you are, right? Because that way, you can decide, I'm a vodka drinker, but I'm a vodka drinker because everything calls for vodka, or am I a vodka drinker because I'm a huge fond advocate. I want to drink it on ice, straight. Go with the Grey Goose. Go with whatever your favorite brand is. I don't think Lyte is the way to go. That's like saying you're a die-hard Coke drinker and you love Coke Classic. You're not going to be a Coke Zero Diet Coke fan, right? That makes sense. So from that perspective, about the same price. It comes down to, are you using it as a mixer, and how enthusiastic are you about vodka? If you're using vodka just to use vodka because that's what you've been told to do, I say stick with the Lyte. Save yourself some calories. I think I calculated like 50 calories less. It also may come in handy when we do when I bring out the Kapala flavor drops for another episode using Lyte, because one of their deals is doesn't add any calories. So flavor vodka for less. That sounds like a good thing. This one, I'm going to cover this one, is a lemon vodka. I think this is going to be an obvious winner because the lemon citrus lime flavor you're getting from the base added with some lemon flavor. Oh my gosh, it smells like reminds me of Pledge, the cleaning agent. That nice lemon bite. There's something else in there though. Might be the wheat. Whoa. Significant difference in thickness. I almost get and this isn't a bad thing, but it's just the first thing that comes to my mind is almost like a tarp flavor, the tarp of a camper. I'm kind of getting a little feeling like I should be camping with the lemon. I don't really know what that's all about. So they also have a espresso vanilla. What else we got here? Orange vanilla fusion, raspberry cocoa fusion. So I've got one more glass. I'm gonna go with the espresso because I don't get to taste that too much. Now you can drive by. Keep going. I didn't want to open out all of them right here because that's just crazy. But we'll eventually get to them. Add this in here. Whoa! Black beans, or black dark roast. Smells like a little bit of, almost like an oak, vanilla bean. But definitely like if you have a bean grinder and you've ground all the beans and you think you've washed it out, but you take that smell and you can't get rid of that bean, that bright like bean craziness. Also thicker. Nice coffee bean aftertaste, not intense. So if you're looking more like if you're a Kahlua drinker or any coffee-based liqueur, you're not going in that direction. You're going much more subtle than that. Picture a watered-down White Russian, maybe, because you almost get that like vanilla cream, but definitely subtle on the liquid, watered-down flavor. So not big flavor, more vodka with some subtle notes. I think it would go great in something that doesn't have Kahlua to it, because I think that would just be overkill. Why are you going to use a product that has this subtle coffee flavor and then add massive coffee flavor to it and get something that's completely crazy and out of this world? So at the end of the day, for the same price as other vodkas, you pay for you have to look at it from your own attitude. If you feel like you want your $23 or $24 worth, which is what I think this will go for in my neck of the woods, and you're like, hey, if I want to water down my vodka by 10%, I'll just add 10% extra water and cut it myself. You could do that. This is really, for those that are looking to shave calories off any way they can, but they still enjoy a good cocktail, but and they're just trying to stop the insanity of calorie consumption. At the end of the day, if you're building it in a cocktail, you got to consider all of the ingredients when you do that. It's the 50 calories going to make a difference. It's really up to you. From the standpoint of marketing hype, to me, this does nothing. I congratulate them on getting the press, but at the end of the day, I don't think this type of press is going to matter as much as what it tastes like to you. This stuff doesn't tell me. This press doesn't tell me what does it taste like. That's why I'm here. But I guess you could still consider me pressed, so take that for what it's worth. These two I haven't got to try yet. We will eventually get to these. Next, I want to use these with the flavor drops with the Lyte and see if I can create my own custom flavors without having to necessarily buy 3 or 4 bottles, especially at 24 bucks. But again, consider what Grey Goose would be like with a lot of the similar flavor properties, just a little bit lighter, a little less viscosity. Have a good day. Question of the day: how much do you care about your calorie consumptions when you're making cocktails? I've asked it on Facebook. Now I'm asking it to everybody. Of course, you should have answered because you should be on facebook.com/cocktailtv. Anyway, but there you go. Voli vodka. This is what the bottle looks like if you're interested in going out to check it out at the local store or online, however you do your shopping for spirits. We're teaching you how to drink.